Today I'm going to show you how you can inspect your views re-render cycle. And if you like these types of tutorials, go ahead and check out Rebeloper.com, where you can meet me on a one-on-one Zoom call where I can teach you about Swift and SwiftUI. So what I have done is just started with a brand new Xcode project. And let's just set up the scenario. Let's say we have a button and a text field. And what we want to do is actually know when the whole view is re-rendered on the screen. Now, one way of doing this, let's say if it's logic, then we just add these print statements. But what about views re-rendering? Well, you are going to find out about that today. So let me just remove these two and add in two state variables. So at state private var, let's say the count for the button tab, we are just going to count up, and then at state private var and the name, and that will be for our text field. Now what we want to do is just add in our text of the count. Yes, that's fine. We're also going to have a name and a button. Well, let's just add these, and what I'm going to do is just move the text field down over here because, it just makes sense that our count, our increment button is right below our text. Maybe just add it just like this, and let's add a text field style of rounded borders so we can see it a little bit better. Great. So now whenever, let's just open up our view right over here. As you can see right over here, nothing will happen. So I'm just going to click over here. You're just going to count up, and I might just type anything right over here in the text field. Nothing really happens, but we want to intersect that. So what we can do is just want to add this onto your body. If you want fine-tuned, fine-grained stuff, then make sure that you create a separate view, like a sub-view, let's say for these two, and let's add the line that I'm going to add right over here. So let underscore equals self dot print changes. There we go. Yeah, it was underscore print changes. And basically that's it. And as you can see, now we have the content view, self identity, and then count and name changed. Basically, it's just going to set the initial values, 0 and the empty string. Now let's see what happens if I tap on the increment button. There we go. Content view, count changed, which is really nice. Let's just see that a few more times. There we go. Now, let's see what happens when I type in the letter A. Name changed. Again, A and the. Now, the same goes if I just delete. So we can just go ahead and do that. So basically that's it. Now, if you want this in a separate view, let me just move these two out. And let's create a new struct of, let's say, I don't know, count view. It will be of type view, and it has a body, and we are going to add it in there. And then we are going to have our state variable of count. Let's just move that. Oh, sorry. Let's just see this. Cutting it out and putting it in there. Great. And let's just add our count view just like that. It will look the same. Let's clear everything right over here. So first of all, let's type in Ada. There we go, Ada. Name changed. And then let's tap on increment. As you can see, nothing really happens because this is listening to this body. So what we want to do, copy this out, and then go ahead and paste it in there. And by the way, yes, let's just have this inside a VStack. I know it's inferred, but I just hate it because actually I can't read it. Okay, yeah, preview has set, so that's why it's just changing it. So now let's just have this typed in either into the text field. Great. Let's clear our console and let's increment. And as you can see, now we are inside the count view and it says count changed. On the other hand, when we are typing in the actual text field, which is on the content view, you will see that it's content view name change. So let's just type some more right over here. So that is how you can basically fine tune. I would recommend that you add this line of code in all of your subviews. And yeah, basically that's what Apple also suggests. You should just make as many subviews as you basically can. It's really advised to have them. And then, yeah, please make sure that you add this let underscore equals selves dot underscore print changes onto your subview. And then it will just print out what actually changed. Basically, not what changed, because there is that on change view modifier, let's say on the count, but basically what the view re-rendered itself. Really important to understand different things. On change is just listening to the changes of the state variable changes, in our case the count. This, on the other hand, is listening for the re-renders, and it's just going to print out those changes. Now, if you do like these types of tutorials, go ahead and check out Rebeloper.com, where you can meet me on a one-on-one Zoom session where I teach Swift and SwiftUI, or maybe I will just debug your code.